Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. So the Charger offense making its way out, and at the controls is the league's second leading passer a year ago. At 25 years of age, out of Oregon, it's Justin Herbert.
The Chargers just continue to improve and take steps forward under the quiet leadership of Herbert, who's been the most productive quarterback in league history through his first 3 seasons. Over 4,700 yards last year. He's expecting to crack the 5,000-yard mark in this season.
380, run!
Herbert to throw right away. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. 5 yards on the game's first play. Second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down.
And that's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play with one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
And that's going to be good for a Chargers first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line. It was just third down and short, but he bit off a little extra.
I would say way more than he could chew, but he chewed up all that yardage in a big way. And that, to me, that was a combination of offensive line, stacked defense, and they handled it. Okay, they got the leverage, they got the blocking angles, and opened up a nice crease. And once you get past that first wave, there's room to roam.
And that's just the third play from scrimmage. They wanted to avoid that 3-and-out. They did.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
On second down, Eckler. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on first down quickly negated. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Only 2 yards, and it'll be a punt on their opening possession.
Nice call on defense, rolling out the nickel package for that big third down play, and they did an excellent job locking down coverage and forcing him to try and run for it, and he doesn't get there, which brings up a big fourth down call.
On fourth down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. So here come the Eagles, the defending NFC champs, led out by a man who was the runner-up to Patrick Mahomes at MVP balloting a season ago. Of course, that's Jalen Hurts.
And we already knew that Hurts was a good quarterback. But last year, he moved to elite status. Under his guidance, the Eagles returned to the Super Bowl and nearly won it. And he's also one of the league's most dangerous players, thrown for 38 touchdowns his last 2 seasons and run for another 23.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. So the completion there, and CD, as we know, trying to defend against an NFL quarterback, that's one thing. Trying to defend against a mobile NFL quarterback, that's quite another. What's the plan here defensively?
Well, the pass rush has to still try and get to him, and especially the guys on the edge, but they're going to go maybe a count slower, right? They want to make sure they don't get too far upfield where he steps up and takes off through a lane. The same is true for those interior guys as well. So you've got to change it up with him. Try and keep him hemmed into the pocket, and occasionally you throw a spy on him, a fast linebacker or one of your extra defensive backs who can dance with him a little bit if he takes off and runs.
They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to convert on third and short yardage with a gain of 4. We're scoreless after one. Now second quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. This short throw caught by Goddard. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that will bring up 2nd down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
From just shy of midfield, here's a 2nd down and 6. Here's Hurts to throw. And his pass incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Seventh play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Hurts sets up to throw it. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 26. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
On 1st down, Hurts. Zacchaeus here hauling it in. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They'll run for the first time with DeAndre Swift. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
I mean, or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down.
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
The ball on the 8 still could get a first down technically. 2nd and 7. Once again, it's Swift. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
Count me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there, because this has been a pretty long drive, and normally you think that wears down a defense. In this case, looked like the offensive line let them down a little bit.
Yeah, allowed the penetration and the ability to stuff them for a loss. Throwing is Hurts. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Jalen Hurts finding A.J. Brown. And the Eagles post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. He's got it, and the Eagles lead it 7-0. So that one a long 11-play drive, and it's capped off by an A.J. Brown touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Herbert on first down now. It's Williams on the catch. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Herbert's throw there complete to Allen. 22 yards there, a first down.
Brandon, what's even more impressive is that came against double coverage. He gashed them with that reception, even with the extra focus that he drew from the defense.
First down now, but the clock continues to move. Herbert now. And this one is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Herbert. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on third down. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now fourth down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Here's J.K. Scott set to do the punting honors. And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. And they were right in that gray area on the edge of long field goal range, maybe too short to punt it. So the defense probably was expecting this was a possibility.
They should have been, and in most cases, what you do on defense is you go to what they call punt safe. In other words,
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Now it's Herbert. For Keenan Allen, that's complete. A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for third down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. Well, the good news, at least they won't take that goose egg into the locker room. Maybe a little something to build on.
Yeah, it hasn't been the greatest of first halves for them, has it? But at least now, as you mentioned, they put some points on the board. And it's been funny in our experience watching games. Sometimes something as little as a field goal can change the fortunes of a team, and they could come out and look real sharp in the second half.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. So we've reached intermission here in a low-scoring game. 7-3 is our score. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, BG, thanks very much, and welcome one and all to our beautiful new downtown Orlando studios for this EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay,
we were certainly
Coach,
treated to an entertaining
always,
first
this
half.
One still
Both these
anyone's
teams
game
with some
as
high
we welcome
points
you
and maybe a
back
couple of
for
low
quarter
points as
number
well.
3.
So it's going to be a question of who can be the most disciplined team going forward.
So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their second drive. Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. They'll throw on first down with Hurts. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Brown. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be second down.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
From the 29, here's a 2nd and 4. Swift going to try up the middle. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
First down, and they go with Swift again. They'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I'd keep going back to him.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line. From the gun, it's Hurts. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Caught that look from me there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Back to the running game with Swift. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. Down to about the 37.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. 2nd down. Here's Hurts. It's caught on the right side of Smith. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 23. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Hurts. This is caught. It's Brown. Touchdown. Jalen Hurts finding A.J. Brown. And the Eagles are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Elliott on for the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it's capped off by an A.J. Brown touchdown. After the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the 2nd half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. It was a small, manageable spread to overcome. A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
We have played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's Charger football, but they trail here as we get going in quarter number 4. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. But here in the 4th quarter, defensively, you know that you're just going to blanket the field with defensive backs and say, okay, take your best shot. And that time, it's intercepted.
And we've often seen teams go into the prevent early, way too early, and sometimes they get too soft in their coverages, but not in this case. They understood the situation and played it with the proper aggression.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Going for the knockout blow right there. I think if I'm up 2 scores, I'd be worried about an interception, but playing this way is what got them this lead. So you may as well ride it out to the end.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Back to throw here. He's got Smith here. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The Eagles on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. DeAndre Swift scampering home from 19 yards out. And the Eagles have put this one to bed here in the 4th quarter.
We see this a lot on 3rd and short yardage, especially down here in the red zone. They're going to sell out to stop the run, try and hold them to a field goal. But once the running back gets past the first wave, the resistance can evaporate after that. And he not only picks up the first, but he takes it all the way into the end zone.
Elliott good with a PAT, and the lead is up to 18 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage, because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
So just 3 yards on the completion there, and it's 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Looking Austin Eckler's way again. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. Those short little routes probably going to be open. The defense, they'll let those happen, especially when they can make an inbounds tackle.
Yeah, where's Coach Madden when you need him? He always talked about taking what the defense gives you, but sometimes you have to know when you have to take more. That was one of those situations.
3rd and 2, Herbert. Got a man, it's complete, it's Palmer. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one...
Got a man, it's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Chargers are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. The 4th quarter touchdown there, back to a 2-score game, but time is not their ally.
No, it's not, partner. They still have a pulse, but it's probably a little weak right now. A lot of things have to go right in these final 2 minutes plus for them. I think they have to be thinking onside kick here, and we know how difficult those are to recover.
2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Eagles dodge a bullet. They cover it up. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
This is Swift on the counter. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Decent start defensively to this series. They've got to stop them here and get this ball back.
I like the way you phrase that, partner. Decent start, but now it's got to be more about the ball. It's all about the ball, getting it away from them, because making good tackles is one thing, but the clock will run out on you. You've got to have the football back for your offense.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. They'll set up to throw. Man open left side is Brown. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Working with 2nd and 5 now. They run out of the gun with Swift. Even with the good move he showed, he'll be brought down short of the 15. Still a couple yards short of the 1st as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Here's Hurts to throw. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kenneth Murray. And the Chargers are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. Well, in all likelihood, this ball game's still over. I mean, even with the interception, 2-score game, they need a miracle.
Curious decision to even throw the ball in that situation, but maybe they saw a stacked line of scrimmage and said, hey, it's better to try and throw it than to try and run against it. In any event, I think you're exactly right. Now, the other team can pad their stats, but I don't think they're going to win.
Yeah, but still, don't change the channel just yet. This is 1st and 10. Now Herbert. And got his man complete. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. 1st down, and he gets out of bounds.
Now you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
Herbert going to throw. They'll find Everett there, complete.
It's so important to tackle well against these guys, but you and I both know that's easier said than done when the guy you're trying to tackle looks like this guy.
And it's usually going to take more than one man to get him down, and it did right there. Here's first down. Herbert.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Herbert. He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. But he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Herbert to throw. He's got it.
A gain of 3 brings up 2nd and goal at the Eagles' 1-yard line.
So it's the Eagles who get the win here, and the guy who really led the way was their quarterback.